All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the annual conference of DGPs and IGPs near the Statue of Unity in Gujarat. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari lays foundation stone of several national highway projects in Arunachal Pradesh, says 28,000 crore rupees projects underway in the state. External Affairs Ministry says Jinnah House in Mumbai is Indian government property and Pakistan has no locus standi on it. CBI arrests senior journalist Suman Chattopadhyay for his alleged involvement in a chit fund scam. US Defense Secretary Jim Mattis resigns, citing differences with President Donald Trump. And in cricket, former India opener W.V. Raman appointed new coach of women's team. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the annual conference of Directors General and Inspectors General of Police at Kevadia Colony of Narmada district today. The venue for the conference is a tent city set up nearer to the Statue of Unity. This police conference is an annual event in which top police officers from all over the country share and discuss security-related issues. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh had inaugurated the conference yesterday. Our correspondent reports that cross-border terrorism and attempts to radicalize youth top the agenda of the conference.
This would be second time in last 3 years that the event is being held in Gujarat. Earlier, it was held in Dhodo of Kutch in the tent city in 2016. The Union Ministers of State for Home Affairs, Kiran Rijiju and Hansraj Gangarao Ahir are also attending the conference. Bharat Devmani, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
Mr. Modi will also address the BJP Women Workers and Leaders Meet tomorrow at Adalaj village near Gandhinagar before leaving for Delhi. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari has said road infrastructure are progressing very fast in Arunachal Pradesh. Laying the foundation stones for several national highway projects at Roing in Lower Dibang Valley district yesterday, he said road projects worth 28,000 crore rupees are underway in the state. The minister also inaugurated 2 bridges over the Lohit and Dibang River. Addressing the public, Mr. Gadkari said that before the NDA came to power, the length of national highway in the state was 1,804 kilometers and now it is 2,885 kilometers. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has hit back at Congress President Rahul Gandhi on his remarks on single slab GST. In a tweet, Mr. Jaitley said luxury and sin items cannot be taxed at the same rate as the common man's item. The minister said the UPA had left behind a legacy of 31% indirect tax on most items. He said the Goods and Services Tax GST has already been reduced on 334 items to 12% and 18% slab. The government has decided to set up an expert committee to look into all the taxation issues being faced by startups and angel investors. The decision was taken at a high-level meeting of Department of Revenue Secretary Ajay Bhushan Pandey and others in New Delhi yesterday. The Central Board of Direct Taxes said in a statement that no coercive action or measures to recover the demands of completed assessment under income tax would be taken against such firms. It said the committee of experts from IITs and IIMs will make recommendations on individual cases of recognized startups. The notification of the committee formation will be issued by the DIPP shortly. The Commerce and Industry Ministry is drafting a new e-commerce policy to boost the fast-growing online retail sector. Secretary in the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, Ramesh Abhishek, told this to the reporters in New Delhi yesterday. He said the government has also set up a group of secretaries to look into the issues of the sector. External Affairs Ministry has said that Jinnah House in Mumbai is the property of the Government of India and it will be renovated to host important functions. Responding to a media query in New Delhi last evening, Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said Pakistan has no locus standi on the building. He said once renovated, the Jinnah House will be used effectively like the Hyderabad House in the capital. Mr. Kumar said,
we are actually in the process of renovating it and putting it to an effective use on the lines of what we do with Hyderabad House in New Delhi. On the property, our stand is very clear. This is our property.
On upcoming elections in Bangladesh, the spokesperson said India will send a 3-member delegation of observers to Dhaka on a 4-day visit beginning 28th of this month. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and her Chinese counterpart Wang Yi will co-chair the first ever meeting of India-China High-Level Mechanism on Cultural and People-to-People Exchanges in New Delhi today. India and China had decided to set up people-to-people mechanism during the meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in China. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. The CBI arrested senior journalist Suman Chattopadhyay in Kolkata yesterday for his alleged involvement in chit fund scam in West Bengal. Investigations revealed that funds collected illegally by the Ponzi company iCore Group were allegedly diverted into the accounts of Chattopadhyay and the media company where he is the director. Here's a report.
Editor of Bengali Daily A. Somoy, Chattopadhyay was summoned to the probe agency's Kolkata office for questioning, where he was taken into custody. Earlier, a lookout circular was also issued against him. He will be produced before the Special Chief Judicial Magistrate in Bhubaneswar today. The CBI had registered a case against the Ponzi company iCore Group in 2014. Directors of the company were arrested by the CBI last year. The Supreme Court had directed investigating agencies to probe the Ponzi scam, where several companies in West Bengal, Odisha and Jharkhand had illegally raised deposits of over thousands of crores from people, promising them higher return. With Anupam Mishra, AIR News, Delhi.
President Ramnath Kovind will leave for Secunderabad, Telangana today for his annual southern sojourn at Rashtrapati Nilayam. During the 5-day sojourn, the President will visit the Pratima Institute of Medical Sciences in Karimnagar tomorrow to inaugurate the facility. Cold wave continues to shiver the national capital Delhi as frosty winds originating from snow-clad mountains swept the region. The minimum temperature dropped to 5 degrees Celsius this morning, while 4 degrees Celsius recorded yesterday. With a dip in temperature, the air quality also deteriorated. The air quality index value in Delhi was recorded 393 this morning, which comes in the very poor category. The weatherman said cold wave will continue today and there will be moderate fog in the morning and haze and smoke thereafter. We spoke to DG MET KG Ramesh.
Whole of North India, temperatures have become low and they are around 5 to 6 degrees minimum, and this has been the cold temperatures have been prevailing after the continuous snowfall happening in the hills of Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, and this kind of cold weather conditions will be prevailing for next 3 days all over the North Indian plains.
In Uttar Pradesh, mercury continues to plummet at many places due to intense cold wave conditions in the state. Dense fog prevailed at most places in the state, affecting road and rail traffic. The capital city Lucknow recorded 5.9 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees below normal. Our correspondent reports that strong winds have added to the chill.
Fog has badly affected the rail and road traffic, especially in western and Tarai part of the state. Long-distance trains are running hours behind schedule, while road traffic disrupted owing to poor visibility. The chilly and foggy conditions are likely to continue in the coming days. Meanwhile, administration has started distributing free blankets to needy people. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said that Anant Kumar was known for his energy, enthusiasm and initiative in whatever responsibility he was assigned to handle. He was addressing the gathering at the condolence meeting of the late Union Minister in New Delhi yesterday. Mr. Naidu said in passing away of Anant Kumar, the country has lost a passionate social activist, a people's representative who had worked hard for the welfare, a distinguished parliamentarian, an able administrator and a committed social worker. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, BJP President Amit Shah, veteran BJP leader L.K. Advani and many members of parliament, among others, attended the condolence meet. Karnataka has sought central relief for farmers facing drought in the state. Revenue Minister R.V. Deshpande has written a letter to Union Agriculture Minister Radha Mohan Singh to release funds under Disaster Relief Fund even to those farmers whose crop destruction is less than 50%. Under the existing guidelines, only those farmers whose crops are damaged beyond 50% are eligible for relief under Central Disaster Relief Fund. Deshpande has pointed out that most of them are marginal farmers whose crop loss ranges from 33 to 50%. Saying that state government alone cannot garner resources to pay compensation, he has sought central assistance to bail out the farmers. U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis has resigned from his post, citing policy differences with President Donald Trump. In his resignation letter sent to the President yesterday, Mr. Mattis hinted at his differences with him as a reason for stepping down. Announcing that the Defense Secretary will be retiring at the end of February next year, Mr. Trump tweeted that General Mattis was a great help in getting allies and other countries to pay their share of military obligations. The news of General Mattis's departure comes a day after Mr. Trump announced all U.S. troops would be withdrawn from Syria. Former India opener W.V. Raman has been appointed the new coach of the Indian women's cricket team. The BCCI said in a statement in Mumbai yesterday that the selection of 53-year-old Raman was based on recommendations of the ad hoc committee comprising Mr. Kapil Dev, Mr. Anshuman Gaikwad and Ms. Shanta Rangaswamy. He was among 28 candidates to bag the high-profile job. Raman's first assignment is a tour of New Zealand beginning next month. Raman is a vastly experienced coach, having been in charge of Tamil Nadu and India under-19 teams in the past. Raman has represented India in 11 tests and 27 ODIs. The News Services Division of All India Radio is broadcasting its year-end program series 2018 from today. In the series, we will bring you discussions on core sectors and flagship schemes of the Union Government. Today, we bring you an interview with Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Durga Shankar Mishra. Tune in to the FM Gold channel from 9:30 p.m. to listen to this special series. The programs will also be available on our website, newsonair.com. You can share your feedback about the program at our Twitter handle @AIRNewsAlerts with hashtag #AIRYearEnd. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mujtaba.
Thank you, Abhishek. Political blocs vying to get their pre-poll arithmetic right and High Court's approval to BJP's rally in Bengal are the headlines that stand out among others today. UPSU's Bihar Alliance, NDA reaches out to ally, headlines the Hindustan Times, while the Statesman says, former NDA partner Kushwaha joins UPS, adding, boost to Grand Alliance in Bihar, RLSP chief accuses Modi of failing to fulfill promises. Calcutta High Court allows BJP to hold Rath Yatras in Bengal, notes the Hindu. It adds, threat to law and order must be real, says judge. Calling Bengal order whimsical, Calcutta High Court clears BJP Rath Yatra with conditions is the headline in the Indian Express. Government lending a helping hand to PSUs finds a mention in DNA Money, which writes, government to infuse more money into weak PSU banks, adding, to take total recapitalization by centre to 1.06 lakh crore rupees this fiscal. GST meeting on PM pledge to slash rates, informs the pioneer of government plan to ease GST slabs. Lok Sabha passes Consumer Protection Bills, writes the DNA, while the Tribune says, Lok Sabha clears two key legislations, adding, amid disruptions, House agrees to discuss Talaq Bill on December 27. In some economic news, Business Standard writes, Swiggy raises $1 billion. Valuation jumps 5-fold since February. India's largest food ordering giant Swiggy getting fresh funding from South African internet and media conglomerate Naspers. Writing on the IGI airport getting ready to face foggy conditions, the Pioneer says, good news for Delhi flyers. IGI airport can see through fog. China's OBOR takes military turn in Pak, notes the Times of India, while the Indian Express says, China builds air assets in Tibet, Indian missile unit head east. And finally, there comes the good news for people suffering from respiratory ailments. The Times of India reports of a study saying, now a genetically modified plant to clean indoor air. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Saira. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the annual conference of DGPs and IGPs near the Statue of Unity in Gujarat. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari lays foundation stone of several national highway projects in Arunachal Pradesh, says 28,000 crore rupees projects underway in the state. External Affairs Ministry says Jinnah House in Mumbai is Indian government property and Pakistan has no locus standi on it. CBI arrests senior journalist Suman Chattopadhyay for his alleged involvement in a chit fund scam. U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis resigns, citing differences with President Donald Trump. And in cricket, former India opener W.V. Raman appointed new coach of women's team. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.